Today we're looking at the Bravura trumpet with the final best version of the finger rings. Remember, these are modular adjustable finger rings, so you can take them off, you can move them in different positions, and that's true of the pinky, the third, and the thumb ring. If you purchased one of our trumpets on the Kickstarter and you got the X or the T versions, then you will automatically get this version. If you got the V or the standard, then you'll get the other version, which I'll show in another video. So let's check it out. I'll show you how this works. Each of these finger rings is mounted on a stainless steel base like this, and we can then loosen the screw and move them around. So I'm going to show you on the first slide. I'll pull it out. And if we flip it over, I can just take this little screw out, and then I can move it to wherever I like. Now on the first slide, I only have 2 adjustment slots. So I can either have it really close or a little further away. So let's move it a little further away. I put that screw back in there and tighten it. And you don't have to tighten it very much. Put it back on, and now you can see we have a greater distance. The same thing can be true if you want to change the ring. So if I wanted to take this ring and change it, I would just loosen it up, and then I could put a different size on there. So here I've got a bigger one. We'll put that one on there. Pull that off, and I still have this one on a mount. So we'll get that off, and we'll put it on here. And I'm going to put it in the closest position again. Alright, we'll put it on. You can see that only takes a few seconds. So now we've changed the first ring to a larger size. That's actually our largest size, which should really fit anybody's fingers. Let's change the pinky. So now on this one, we're just going to put the horn down this way, and we'll take our wrench. This is actually an Allen head wrench, and you'll just get a simple Allen head wrench like this. However, you can upgrade to a full size if you need that. Now on this one, I have 3 options, so I can move it closer or further away. It was in the closest position, and let me pull it out to the furthest so you can see that. Okay, that would be the furthest position right there. So quite a bit further out, and I'll push it back to the closest. So you've got quite a range there, but I actually would rather have the rest. So I've got the ring with the rest. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to put it in the middle position and see how that feels. All right, and this is what it looks like with the middle position. If I hold my finger up here, my pinky rests nice. If I'm playing, then I can just rest it there and not be using extra pressure. If I need to pick it up from the ring, I can easily grab it. That feels very comfortable to me. If you have smaller hands, you have one position closer. If you have larger hands, you can pull it out one more. I've done, I think, 4 iterations of spacing this to get it right, and I'm confident that we have the right spacing for the rest version. Now we make the rest version in a ring and a hook, so you can get either one, or you can do just a hook, and I'll put the hook on. I'm going to put that one in the closest position. There it is. All you have to do is line up the 2 holes and then put the screw in, which is way easier without these nitrile gloves on. And there we have it with the hook. So if I want to hold it that way, again, very comfortable. And then you can put your pinky on top or inside if that's how you want it. Finally, we can change the third ring. So I'm going to loosen that one up. Now that can be done right on the horn, but I prefer to just pull it out. That makes it a little easier. slide that off. And I had it in a close position. This is interesting because you can actually flip it over and get even further spacing. So then you would just screw it from the other side, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to put it out as far as it goes, just to show you how far out you could go. And remember, because these are modular, you could just order a different size, and that could solve some problems too. So now it is way, way out there. And some of you have asked for things like that, where you can use your pinky to push it out. So there you could. And technically speaking, if you wanted to use the first rings on the third or vice versa, you can do that. Let me put this back where it was, but I'm going to change it to a smaller ring. I have made, I have to think here, I have made 4 sizes for this ring. So this is the smallest, and they get quite large. There we go. And that is with the smallest in the standard position. So again, it could be closer or further out. So again, if you ordered the X or the XT models, then, or the XVT, anything with an X or a T, then you will get these finger rings. If you ordered just the V or the standard model, then you will get the other type of finger rings, which look like this. And essentially, they have a nut and a screw on them, and they just clamp around the slide. And they are also modular. They don't hold the same way, but they do perform similarly. These ones are just more robust, and they cost more because that stainless steel section is soldered to the tubing. All right, we will get these installed on your horns and start shipping probably in about a week.